Good day, Tamers. It is I. Agito Swiftly. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, I recommend going look at that first, because we're going to jump into some reveals that happened in the magazine stuff, rather than actually through Bandai's official sources. It's still an official source, but it's not an official source from Bandai directly. It's through their marketing, through the magazines that they use. I'm pretty sure it's not Shonen Jump, but we know what I mean. One of the Japanese magazines comes out monthly. So you see, we have Fen Longmon. It's a mega. It's a no data. It's a god beast. I don't like it. Not because of its effect stuff. I just was hoping it was going to be like a DNA Digimon. I know DNA decks aren't always that great because obviously you've got to have a big payoff to get everything into it. It just seems very odd that it's a generic yellow, which is nice that yellow gets another access to another level 7. It's just, yeah, did they need it? Is the question. As they just got 2. So, Digivolving level 6 with 4 sovereign traits, cost of 4, rather than 6 cost. Again, that's still pretty good. On play, or when attacking, by returning up to 4 cards with the Deva or 4 sovereign trait from your trash at the bottom of the deck. For each card returned, all of your opponent's Digimon get minus 4,000 DP for the turn. It's only your turn, so obviously if something's got an effect that will last the end of your turn and it goes back to their turn, they're not popped anymore. So it's pretty cool. I do like the idea that it's 16k, you don't get removed. I saw people saying earlier that it was like 12k. It's like, you guys are American, right? Because you can't do maths. 4 times 4 isn't 12, it's 16. Very simple math. Don't come play card games. I know you can't read, but maths normally doesn't have anything to do with reading. Just know your stuff, guys. When attacking for each of your Digimon with the 4 sovereign trait, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. Then all turns this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. I like that. That's pretty good. People have questioned if it stops people giving you minus DP from an effect. That makes sense if it does, but I don't think it would stop the mechanic of minus DP happening. So obviously, if you crash into something that gives you minus DP, it's going to give you minus DP one way or the other. I think this is probably more likely, if it was to be played in a deck, probably more like the 4 Greats Dragons with the Sovereigns. So you probably run like the new Goldramon, and then probably the new Azulong with the old Azulong, and then have that as like the main Digimon that you want on the field. So obviously they can be played back with the option card, so then you can use this on the field. You've got 2 on the field, so obviously every time you swing, you're basically swinging for free. And then you swing the second time if they can't review, you swing again for game, and your opponent just goes, the hell happened here? I want to see how this deck runs, as we've already seen from other cards that we'll try and display later on. You don't have to Digivolve into the level 5s. Maybe not all of them, but at least one of them. Then we're going to go into this wonderful looking card here. And if I can pull it up somewhere, I will. This is actually a card that has a very similar card from an old card game set. This is Loyalty Deeper Than the Sea. It's while you have a Digimon with the Deva or the 4 sovereign traits, you may use this card, ignoring its color requirements. Normally this is a Tamer thing or a color specific thing, but obviously because it's white, it's pretty cool that you get to have this option whenever. And again, could see this just in the Great Dragon deck. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Place 1 card with Deva or 4 sovereign traits as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Digimon. Or add 1 card with Deva or 4 sovereign traits to your hand. Return the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. I like this because obviously now that we've seen how the Devas might work, having the old Devas added to hand so you could Digivolve would be really cool. And then obviously the 4 sovereigns, in case you've got Devas on the field, you need to have a card that you want to put on top rather than the bottom. Then we go down to this beautiful old boy here, the Hyper Colosseum Ultra Art for Metal Groomon X Antibody version 2. The stunning, I think, is really good. I think the idea is really good. I don't like that it's essentially making your opponent have a non-turn, so they even have to destroy it, which is more memory. And a lot of people don't run removal essentially because it's hard to run removal in this day and age, or to fit it in a deck. Some decks obviously have a little extra space, so having bounce cards or suspending cards. Blue and green is generally oh yeah, we have a space or 2, but then you got to draw that card, which each one's pretty good at drawing cards, but it's not always a fake case of I have 2 cards in a 45 pile, and I have to hope that I either draw them or they're in my security, so when they crash into them, they don't pop the security. Things go alright. Not always the case. Uh, I think it's a very good card. But the alt art, fantastic, beautiful. I want this. I'm hoping it's the actual alt art and not like a secret alt art. Because essentially, like the Omnimon from BT5 is probably still one of my favourite alt arts because it's this style of alt. Uh, that said, I really, really want this, and I probably want to play set of it. And the wife likes Screwmon, so she's probably gonna be like, "Yeah, you can spend money. It's okay. Good. I like spending money on card games specifically." Then we go into the new Tokamon, which is okay. He's not great. Unfortunately, Pagumon is still like the best, like black generic thing in training. Unless inherited effect on deletion, if it's your opponent's turn, draw a card. I don't like this because essentially it just means that as a black player, you want to not do anything other than your opponent's turn, which to me makes you feel like you're not doing anything in general. It's just my bad opinion. It just seems very strange that you're not doing stuff. Um, like don't be aggressive in black. You got to be really like defensive, and I think that's like a really bad take for a lot of colors because a lot of the cards these days you can't really be defensive. You do have to be aggressive at times. I know, like for instance, currently what's our meta is like War Raid, which is essentially like a case of like you build a stack and then I'll punch you in the face twice, and that's the game plan. Obviously, it's really not that great into like War Garurumon or especially the new Malgo, which goes like, yeah, I'll just battle, remove 2 sources. Okay, you hit me, that cost you 4. All right, do it again. All right, cost you 8 to swing at me for whatever reason, and then it's my turn again, and you still didn't kill me. People, I don't know. I feel like they don't know what to do with some rookies, some babies like this or in trainings, because you look through like some cards and you're like, okay, I need an okay baby just to run like a generic baby, and it's like there's nothing here. And for instance, I was looking at like the just like a pure black line for War Greymon because I was trying to try and see if I can use it in like Ultimate Core format with the War Ace. And, like the babies are awful, man. Like I don't know. I just feel like the babies need to have like more, not like game breaking mechanics, but at least like more generically good. But even if you just said like on deletion, just draw a card. Like okay, that's not terrible. That's an alright effect. But I don't know. I feel like if they give you too much, it's like oh, this card's too powerful. And maybe Pagamon's too powerful. That's why they don't like the idea of like reveal the top card. If it's black Digimon, take it. I just still feel like Pac-Man's the best. Maybe this is a 5th option, I suppose, like an extra card, but I don't know. Ratios and everything. Then we go on to Mercurymon, I think it is, but for us it's Mercurymon, which I didn't think we'd be seeing right now. I thought we'd have been waiting for like another set later down the lines because we've kind of had like a Data Squad set with BT13 and these weren't in them, so I presumed it'd be like a later thing. But it's right here now. So Mega Virus Olympian 12 and Shaman. Indomitable. I think this is our first level which was Indomitable. When this Digimon is deleted, all it has digital cards. Play it without paying the cost. So essentially it's just a whoop. It does have an on-play which makes it a little bit better. Or when Digivolving. Reveal top card of your deck. If this card is level 5 or lower, let me move my big head. With Normal, play it without paying the memory cost. Add the rest to your hand. Your turn, all of your Digimon with Indomitable and no Geology cards gain Rush, which could be very good as a late game sort of thing. Like you're gonna for instance, let's just say like your opponent's at free security. There's a good chance you're gonna get popped. You swing, you get popped, you get to be played again. It gains Rush. If you've got another one on the field, it has Rush. And then if you do top deck a level 5 or low with Indomitable, it also has Rush now. We do have Ankylamon, I believe that was revealed very, very early in the cycle during that big Digimon Day. That's level 4 that has Indomitable, so I'm hoping that we get maybe another 2 Digimon that's level 4, and then maybe if we get a couple more, the Davers with Indomitable, then you do build a deck that just says Indomitable Rush basically. I can see it being okay. The only thing I wish is if this was somehow related to the Davers, where it's did you evolve into a Daver for 4 cost? Still 4 cost, so you're not cheating the cost out, but you can just digivolve from any of the colours, which I think would have been a bit better. But it might be a case of a lot of the Indomitable stuff might just be green, but we'll go from there. But I like the idea of this. It's it's why are the Olympus 12 just these really cool cards? It's Marsmon, punch stuff. Mercurymon, punch stuff. Venusmon, don't punch stuff. It's you punch stuff or you don't punch stuff. That's the Olympian way. And then we're going to go on to what was his name? I like him. So this was like a weird one for a lot of people because he's come out in a weird time where there is like Leomon's like such a weird card color because he's in yellow, he's in green, he's in blue, he's in black. He's one of the very few decks that has like 4 separates that isn't like a mainstay Digimon. You know, Gurumon has purple, it has blue. Agumon has red, yellow, technically blue, green, black, and fake Agumon's purple. But you know, Leomon's kind of in a weird place now because he doesn't evolve from Electromon as like a standard. Electmon, Rookie, Data, Mammal, Digivolve from Fremon for a cost of 0. I hope there's a good Fremon in this set because I don't think the other one's actually that good. On play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 card of Leomon in its name, belongs to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of the deck. Now, this is always like a double-edged sword where you are getting the case of like, hey, look, I get to do a lot of searching so I can actually find the thing I need. The issue you always find with this is like, if you say you're only running like 2 top-end pieces and you get them both in there, it's like, alright, I now need to take my top-end pieces because if they go to the bottom, like, I'm screwed. But I also need to get like my level 5s because I can't get to like my middle pieces. And it's always like this rough situation I always feel like you're in. But like we'll see what the rest of the deck holds. Maybe it's gonna be like a really cool set where like, you know, he's a lot of deletion stuff still like on deletion. You know, just draw a ton of cards or on deletion. You know, Indomitable play stuff again. Which would be imagine a Leomon with Indomitable. God damn, I'd love to see that. Then Inheritance Effect on deletion. Digivolve one for your opponent's Digimon. Really good skill. I think this like gets slept on a lot with people like, oh, the Digivolve was not a good skill. Slowing people down in a card game, what's all about like pace and tempo is just very good. And a lot of people do like sleep on the fact like not many Digimon have like ignored Digivolution. I think it's just free now. It's like one of the machine drills like Chaos can't be Digivolved. The Metal Grey one X Antibody Black Red can't has like the effect of like, you know, for the turn. No, you can't be Digivolved. You've got the X Antibody or Grey one, I think. Metal Grey one its sources. And then is it the newer? It could be both of them. I don't think it's the alphas. I think it's the Dora Greys that say like, you know, for the turn you can't be Digivolved. This is next to putting your sources, which, you know, there will be. But yeah, Digivolve is such a good, powerful effect that a lot of people do sleep on it. Obviously now Fenlong just says no, just no, thank you. But, that's it. As you can see, there's a monkey here. Monkey time, monkey business. So Mr. Monkey over here, not the mechanic. So it's Makura? Makura-mon? I don't know why it couldn't just be Son Goku-mon. Ultimate. We would have a Son Goku-mon, that's why. Data. Holy Beast. Dova. On play, draw 1. I like that. I always like drawing cards. Then, you may play 1 Digimon card with Deva trait with a different name of cards in your battle area or trash from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area. Opponent's turn. Your opponent's Tamers with a cost of 2 or less can't suspend. The whitest boy around just got targeted. Cool boy just got slapped up, and we don't even know why. But I love it, and so should you. And I'm saying this is someone who's like looking at playing like War Greymon and Metal Groomon. You know, this is the set we're going to be taking to European finals. So this is like the set you really want to just sit down and go like, okay, just grind. Opponent's turn. While this Digimon has 4 sovereigns or God Beast trait, this Digimon has against blocker. Having access to some of these here, we'll just go back up now for the sake of it. You know, he's 15k by default. He now has blocker, but none of your effects affect him. 12k blocker, 12k blocker, 12k blocker, 12k blocker. I'm not just saying it's going to be a fantastic thing, but he's very cool on his own. So I do wonder if we're going to get like a Zodiac kind of thing where you just play all the Devas down, and then, you know, you just default on top of the Devas onto the cool things you want, and you just go crazy. I want to see more of this set because it's so. I can't get words out. It just seems so cool. You know, the Devas seem interesting. The 4 sovereigns seem interesting. The Dusk and Dawn cards seem interesting because it's a different take on how to DNA Digivolve. You know, Fenlong, not necessarily the most interesting thing we've seen. It's very cool, but I want to see how that works in other decks. And then I'd like to see like what Aletmon's going to bring to the table because obviously this is a new take on a different branching of Leomon, which I think is really cool. There is also the green cards that are also the like X antibody stuff, so you don't have to worry too much about not having access to a green side of things. So this could still be an X antibody deck, which is kind of cool. And Mercurymon. I like this. This has like a weird thing. I did say this is technically the second time I've done this video. where you could play like Green Gotcha and like do the whole like, oh, check the top card. It's a Dava. I'm gonna put it back. Oh no, Dava time. I don't know. I do think I like the idea of this because it's different, and you can see that the new producers coming in obviously made like a set that goes, look, we're not gonna do like a power creep set. We're not gonna do this set that just says like this card's like 2 times stronger than the last card, plus it has a new ability. They're literally going like, what playstyles have we not done before? These look interesting. These look cool. Let's make it so, like, the Leomon here, who is a baby of Leomon, gets some more screen time and some more fun. A lot of people, though, are complaining because, obviously, the EX2 Leomon is very good. So, I don't know if they're just trying to take away from that. So, it's just like, hey, look, there's 2 different Leo builds. There's the old Leo build, and there's a new one. Especially because we had the Leo stuff in the last set, I think it was. That obviously builds on its own stuff as well, which is green, if I remember correctly. I'm happy. I want to see where this goes, and I think you guys are going to be interested too. I think it's going to be something that we're all going to have fun with. And silly monkey. Oh, I realize you guys can't see this. Uh oh. Oh, there we go. Monkey. No, monkey stop. So, yeah, monkey do, monkey see. Monkey's pretty cool if you ask me. And I really want to see what happens with this. But guys, it's the end of the video. So if you're new here and you like my stuff, please subscribe. It does help the channel out. If you like the video, you know, it's in the name. If you want to talk about the Davers or anything you've seen today, leave in the comments. I'm pretty good at getting back to people within some hours. But I think ES5 has been one of these sets that for a little bit now I've been really wondering what we're going to do for it because it's obviously different. I've been asking for Dusk and Dawn since like set 4 because it's one of those games I've never had a chance to play myself. I've seen it a few times, been played on like YouTube and streams. And I just really wanted to like have an experience with Dusk and Dawn myself. Race Novamon is a fantastic looking Digimon, and it's gonna be a beautiful set. I think. Like, if all these guys get alt arts, and then so it's like the Sovereigns, the Davers, Grace maybe, Fenlong's obviously gonna go because it's a secret rare. It could be just a fantastic, gorgeous set to see all this sort of thing, especially if they'll link up as well, like do like a circle thing. Yeah, monkey magic. But yeah, see you guys soon. Mwah. Peace and goodbye. And, oh, for those of you who live in the UK, you know about the Griffins Gaming's tournament. Just a quick message to say, hey, look, the event is selling out quicker than they thought it would, because normally it takes a little bit to go, but this time around it's more like hotcakes, and people have just been buying it really quickly. So, if you're interested in going, grab your tickets where you can. It's going to be a great day out, and I know it's free versus fee, which is not for everyone. If you're able to do it, so head down there, and maybe you'll see me there in person with my beard. Ooh. Right, see you soon. Bye.